Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, I got a couple of minutes here, so I thought, hey, why not pop up and say hi? Oh, Um, how's everybody doing? Doing well. Hopefully doing well. Don't expect anybody here. It's pop up time, so we'll see. Um, I think everybody's probably already talked out or live streamed out anyway. So, but thought we'd go over here and chop it up just a little bit. Hey, Katie. That was a fun stream tonight you had, Katie. That was a lot of fun. It went off the rails, but it's okay. Everybody had a great deal of fun. That was a that was a good stream. I really enjoyed that. Uh, of course, this is Patrick from Have Cheetah Will View. And yep, it's my second anti-screen 6 and Halloween Never Ends stream because I'm just I'm just like this, right? But I would like to talk about a movie I did watch, and I'll be doing a proper review. Uh, I did get to watch Attack of the Killer Donuts tonight. So I finally saw this. I've had a lot of people really want me. I've got a copy of this. I actually got this copy from Horror Spice and Becky, and they sent this to me a long time ago, and I finally got to watching it. And yeah, I'm glad that I did because this was a lot of fun. Um, I held on to it for a long time before I cracked it open, and the only reason I cracked it open is because you guys voted for it. This is what I was asked to watch for my Dollar Tree theater, so that's what I did. All right, Dollar Tree theater. Uh, wow, that was a blast of a movie. This is what independent horror is supposed to be about. This is what I like. This is this pure silliness, and it was well made. Um, Actually, surprisingly, really well acted. Um, had a lot of fun. Good young actors, and of course, everybody knows that C. Thomas Howell was on this in this movie. Um, Before in front of the camera, I heard he was a lot of fun. Behind the camera, maybe not so much, but that's what happens. It's I'm doing you a favor. Okay. Well, yeah, you did well, C. Thomas Howell. I have to say, I really did enjoy the fact that you were in the spirit of this movie and you did really well with it. A lot of fresh faces in here, including Kayla Compton. Now, I'm not sure. I could be wrong here. I probably am wrong, but there's Kayla Compton who plays Michelle, and on the credits it's Lauren Elise. But they might have just did that to because Lauren's real name is Compton as well. I don't know if they were sisters or not, or if they're related or not, or she just went with Elise because they both happen to have the same name. Either way, they both did a really fun, nice job. Um, and yeah, the lead was really fun. Um, and it was Justin Ray, and it was directed by Scott Wheeler, and he did a nice job too. And yes, there's room for a sequel, so that's a good thing, right? All right. Uh, I'd like to thank every guys this week. We had a really strong week here on the channel. Uh, we got to interview uh, a young rising star in Australia named Ruby Lott. And we also got to interview Crystal Lowell from the Final Destination films. She was in Final Destination 3, Black Christmas 2006, Wrong Turn 2. She's a bona fide screen queen. I never really asked that question, which is something I should ask. A question is, are you are you once a screen queen, always a screen queen, or do you retire your title? I mean, do you like sit there and say, "Well, I did it for a while, but I don't do those horror movies anymore, so I don't know if I should be considered a screen queen." Um, I know some actresses, as they get more older, move on to different roles. they might not like. I don't know. They. I mean, do they? Do they? Is it okay to still call them a screen queen? I mean, because or do we? Because I mean, there's many actresses that start out like Jamie Lee Curtis. Let's talk about her since we're doing Halloween Never Ends. Obviously, she's pushing 60 or past 60. Is she a legitimate screen queen today, or is she playing this role as a as an actress, as a leading actress? I mean, is she? Do we look at her as a, you know? I'm not really so. I mean, I guess is she now a character actress? I mean, that what she is that what she is now? I mean, is she still considered a lead actress, or is she still considered a screen queen because she's still doing these Halloween movies? Which I gotta admit, I mean, yeah, it's a nice paycheck for her, but you got to really think about this. That I think if you really want to look at Jamie Lee Curtis, you sit there and say, let's lay out your career, the career with Halloween in it and the career with Halloween not in it. I think I really do believe if she had to do it all over again, I don't think she would have picked it. I just don't think so. Um, Maybe she would have done it for the money. I mean, like Nev Campbell's doing from Scream. Maybe she's sitting there going like, okay, if this is how it's going to be, then I'm going to get paid for it. I know that Adam West from Batman fame, he that's what he did. He got typecast as Batman. He couldn't break out of that. He tried, but he couldn't break out of it. And he didn't want to be known as Batman and did everything else. But after a while, he just said, you know what? Hey, since I'm going to be Batman, so everybody comes at me as Batman, I'm just going to embrace that, and I'm going to go ahead and start making some money off that. And that's what he did. He started getting money. If you go look around at all the conventions that he went to, you'll see that he was here's everybody else, and we're talking like A-list stars too. And then there's Adam West. You know, you could go spend $50 and get an autograph done by C. Thomas Howell. But if you wanted an Adam West autograph, you have to pay $100 for it. Stan Lee was doing that toward the end of his run. Um, but I understand Stan Lee a little bit more because I think Stan Lee had financial problems there for a little while. I mean, it took a while for him to get up where he needed to go, and even now, there isn't quite sure about exactly where all his money went toward the end of his life. There's a lot of controversy around that. Um, and so yeah, Adam West did that. He just embraced it, and he made a fortune off of it. Um, Jamie Lee Curtis was in a position where she didn't necessarily have to do that because obviously she made much more money than Adam West did at that point in his career. I mean, he was coming up from the 50s and early 60s, which a lot of studios were doing, a lot of actors under contract. So they work for the studios, but they would make, like maybe $700, $800 a week. And hey, Nora, how are you? Glad you're here. Um, I don't know if Katie's still with us. Yes, yes. You want to come up, Casey? You want to come up and talk Killer Donuts with me? I think Killer Donuts could be considered a kaiju movie. I do. I think it could. Let me send you a link, Casey. Uh, let's see. Let me go grab one here. All right. You didn't watch it? It cut off. I cut it off. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, you should have stuck it through. It's a fun movie. It's a really fun movie. Hey, Kenneth. Hey, we were talking about you, Kenneth. We were talking about you this week when I was doing my interview with Greg. Yeah, that's thanks for stopping by, man. Let me go ahead and grab a link for Casey here. Oh, I'm surprised you shut that off. I really, I mean, it's a fun movie. Kill Attack of the Killer Donuts. Yeah, that's a fun movie. Hey Tatum, how are you? Uh, Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I didn't know I was gonna be doing this. So I did, and here we go. So don't let the title of the stream fool you. We're not bashing on anything or anybody. We're just like we're just the anti. We're just the anti. That's all. Let me throw this on here. All right. All right. There you go, Casey. I'm sure he's probably talked out, but I'll throw him up anyway. All right. I see you, Casey. I'm coming to get you. All right. Whoops. Let me go ahead and close this out. Ta-da. All right. Yes. All right. That's right. Killer Donut Party. So this is like the anti-Scream and Halloween. When we talk about movies like Cat Attack of the Killer Donuts, um, I would talk about the Banished, but I banished it. I banished it. Uh, hey Andre, how are you? How are you? Glad you're here, Andre. So glad you're here. So my question was because you have to talk before when you start get on these things. So my question was this about a screen queen. Does is a screen queen does she hold on to that title from from the time that she did her first horror film? Does she keep that title from the times that she retires, even if she does other movies or TV shows, or is it up to the actress whether she wants to sit there and identify with it as a screen queen? Because there's both. I mean, there's both actors at that embrace the fact that they're screen queens. Um, Debbie Rochon, Brink Stevens for Leanna Quigley, or oh, thank you. Oh, Katie's still with us. Wow, that's okay. I'm a little bit surprised by that. Thank you so much, Katie. Hell yeah. All right. I thought you'd be over in the other stream. Um, so that's the question. That's the big question. Do screen queens do they hold on to their title until they don't want to hold on to it, or do they hold on to it no matter what? Um, and is Jamie Lee Curtis? I mean, would you consider Jamie Lee Curtis and Nev Campbell still screen queens, even though they haven't done a horror movie in years before doing Scream in the last two Halloweens? Do we still consider them screen queens, or are they just moonlighting? So that's the question I'm asking you guys. Um, so let's talk about that. Yeah, I thought about that too. See, that you're right. That's all right. You're more than welcome. I understand. If I was a Phillies fan, I'd be drinking a lot too. You know. Uh, so I get that. Hi, heartwarming. How are you? Uh, yeah, I see. That's what I agree with you. I agree, Tatum. I look at someone like Nev Campbell. It's like I just for the honestly, I sort of look at her as a mercenary. Um, last times when you win three in a row against the Royals. Um, so I'm with you on that, Tatum. I don't really consider Nev Campbell really like in a screen queen. Um, I just don't really feel that. I just feel like she took the job for the money. I really do. I think Jamie Lee Curtis, on the other hand, I think that she took more of the role because of the screen queen. You know, that she's played Laurie Strode for all these years, and it's not like Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee, I do believe, honestly, maybe for various reasons, but Jamie Lee Curtis has actually worked a little bit more too. Uh, she's worked a little bit more. She's done a lot of movies, including Knives Out. She also has done a couple of ISC movies, by the way. That's right. Your girl Jamie Lee Curtis has stepped down into the IFC realm, or should I say, step up? Uh, that's right. I watched that game. Oh my God, I'm old. I watched that game. Yeah, that's the closest I ever thought I'd see a referee get hit. Seriously hit. Uh, yeah, they're both different. They're both different. Like, let's look at Hayden Panettiere. Okay, is she considered still a screen queen? I don't consider her a screen queen. She did the first Scream, right? But she hasn't really done anything since in the genre. It's not like she's just like, okay, okay, I did Scream 4. Now I'm going to go ahead and do another horror movie or movies. Of course, she had circumstances surrounding her, and I don't consider her necessarily a screen queen, but I do consider her a fanboy type actress. You know, because she did do horror and she has done superheroes. She did superheroes. So, I mean, I think, you know, if you're a comic book fan or a horror fan, Hayden Panettiere, I mean, she could walk in both worlds, but I don't necessarily think that she really wanted to. I think so too. And remember the Titans. You're right, Casey. Yeah, that's what I remember her for. But I do remember her more for Heroes, by sure. Um, you think she's cruel and about herself? Oh, Nev Campbell. Yeah, I have not really heard that she's been the warmest person. Sort of like a Tom Savini type. I guess it depends on which day you catch her on. You know, if she's in a good mood or not, or you know, or not. Because Tom Savini's always had that reputation. You know, like you know, it all depends who catches him up and and how he's feeling. Because I've met the man 3 times and at conventions, and all 3 times he's been a capital A asshole. Um, but I tell you one thing. I really am hoping. I am hoping for Hayden. I don't think that she's going to survive this movie. I mean, if Nev doesn't come back, they're not going to put the franchise on Hayden Panettieri's shoulder. They're just not going to do that. I don't think they need to do that, and they won't. I think she's still too fragile in her personal life, her recovery, and it's not really necessarily a healthy recovery right now. She's still doing some habits that could lead her down into some dark territory. I did read her interview in People magazine, and yeah, you got to really feel for her. This is gonna be this is gonna be really near for her. She needs to keep working. She needs to work the steps. Um, I mean, she even said in her own interview she was candid enough to sit there and admit that the doctors told her that her liver is in such bad shape, really bad shape. In fact, I dare say I do see probably with her in the future. I probably do see a liver transplant for her. Uh, Sad to say. All right. We joined in by the Midnight Hours, Mr. Bones. You know him from the Midnight Hour.
Hello, hello.
Co-host with Mighty Casey and Hobbs and Katie and Jennifer Tochi. And and Sean Blue Digi. Leave you dizzy as fuck, boy.
Yes,
Hayden Panettiere, yeah, Hayden Panettiere. Her liver is. She said in her interview in People magazine, she said they told her her liver was gonna it was danger of failing. She's only 32 years old. Only
hey, Pat,
32. Yeah. Hey, Bones.
is the Sean verse all we get, or are you going to do the whole intro for us?
Pardon me.
Is the Sean part all we get, or are you going to do the whole intro for us?
For you. Oh, you want to drop? You want to drop what? You want to drop the?
No, I want you to do it.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Is the Sean part the only part you know?
You're talking about me? Oh, freestyling. Oh my.
The intro, is the Sean part the only part you remember?
That's the only one I remember because that makes me laugh so much because he's always saying, Sean Blue Digi, he'll make you dizzy. And you go, boy, and it just makes me laugh so hard. That makes me laugh. Then you have Katie, then you have Casey with the Boglins. And then at the end, it's like Hobbs going, Boglins. Hi, Fluff. Yeah, she was really sick. She's really sick. It's a near thing. Her friends were trying to do interventions for her. Her daughter is actually living with her husband, her ex fiance. Yeah, she doesn't have custody of her child. Not that she it's not because of anything that they did to her, that she just was not in a position to take care of her. And it was really sad to read about it. It was really sad to see her story. I don't think it's quite as one-sided as she puts it, but good day, Fluff. I'm glad you're here. Fluff came all the way to us from the Whit Sundays. I just want to say that. Always looking for a chance to say the Whit Sundays. So I don't know, Bones. What about you? What do you think, man? You watched enough horror, so tell us what you think about the Scream Queen title. Is it something that we annoyed an actress with the Scream Queen title, but do we turn around and
horror stuff is too scary for me.
All right, we're also joined now by another co-host of the Midnight Hour, Mr. Casey, Interweb Kaiju. I would invite Katie up here, but Katie is
that's the Interweb Kaiju. Fuck with him and you'll be through.
I thought it was bruised. I thought it was like you be bruised.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Fuck with him and he'll bruise you up.
You could have said if you fuck with him, you could say if you fuck with him, you get Gigand.
Yeah, son.
Okay. Yeah, son.
Chopping motherfuckers.
Yeah, where's the Gigan review, Pat? Where's that?
I'm going. You know what? I'm going to rewatch that one, and then I'm going to come back and watch it. But you know what?
Review Donuts live.
Well, first of all, I got to review Attack of the Killer Dodos.
Let's hear it.
You got to go back and watch this. Casey only watched this halfway through, Bones.
Let's hear it, Pat. Let's hear about donuts.
Donuts? This is awesome.
Took you too long to check it out, didn't it?
I'm sorry I did, but this is awesome.
He has a crazy mad scientist uncle in the basement or something.
That is exactly what Dollar Tree Theater is about right there. Attack of the Killer Dodos.
I just wish I could find it at the tree though. You didn't get that at the tree.
I didn't get this for the tree. I got this from Vince and Becky.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, the Spices sent this to me. Yep. And when I post my video,
buy that for $1.
See, Thomas Howell was hilarious.
Yeah, he was a cop.
So, you're you know what? I was thinking, about the Scream Queen stuff because, nobody was here. Most of it, nobody was here for it. But we got the chance to talk to Crystal Lowell from Final Destination 3 and Wrong Turn 2 and Black Christmas 2006, and we had a blast. And she still embraces her Scream Queen roots. She didn't shy away from it. And let's see. Fluff says she raised $27 today on scratchy tickets for the homeless. It's Homeless Awareness Week from 1 through the 7th of August. and plus $27 goes to backpack beds for the homeless. Do you have a homeless problem in Australia, Kelly? Is it a big problem, or is it? I mean, God, I mean, California is just like unbelievable down there. Just I can't get over how much it is. We're talking like people are on, we're always seeing them downtown on the streets. They're not in the streets down there. They're not in front of the buildings. They're oh yes, we do. Wow. That's something you don't really think about in Australia. But the ones in California, man, they're like I live in a subdivision. There would be people setting up tents and stuff in subdivisions. It's pretty bad. Um, Hi Michelle. It's almost Michelle's birthday, everybody. Um, when is your birthday? What's your birthday proper, Michelle? CEO will sleep out in the tents in the streets to raise awareness. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I forgot what I was talking to Ruby earlier. I forgot that it was like their seasons are flipped upside down. It's summer here for us, but it's actually winter down there for them. Um, let's see. Wow. And my
Attack of the killer dodos.
that's yeah. I know what you mean, Kelly. Me too. I mean, mine's locked in, but yeah, you could definitely see it go through the roof. Uh, uh, so that's what I was just talking about, the Scream Queen situation. My question to that. I know that Crystal is very happy to walk in both. She's
Why
mostly
you
now.
screaming at us, Pat?
Huh?
Why you screaming at us?
Oh, am I too loud?
No, it was a joke because you're talking about Scream Queens.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to be
No,
silly
I don't know.
here.
I don't know how loud I come across on the stream. So I'm just like, if I'm yelling, I want someone to tell me to shut the hell up.
No, I just like acted silly, that. I was trying that in Katie's earlier, and none of them knew what I was doing either. They kept taking me
I
serious
know.
and not
I don't know.
understanding
I
what I
know.
was saying.
I know. Katie got mad at me because I said Jennifer was 382 years old, but Jennifer would have got the idea. She would have got
But
the joke. She would have
how
got
old
the
is
joke.
how old does Ben always say he is?
Well, I don't know. Ben,
Like 1,005 or something?
yeah, something like that. But I know Jennifer knew what I was talking about when I said that, because she was picking on cats earlier, and and I was like, it's like she's picking on cats. I'm like, wait a minute, what? So, let me step on the side of the cats here.
What is the thing with Ben? Is he supposed to be a vampire or something?
Cadaver Club?
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's up all hours of the night. What it is? He works all the hours
I
of the.
mean, why does he say he's 1,000 and something? Is he supposed to be a vampire?
No, you know what? I mean, honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm ancient too. Sometimes I feel like I'm like 200 or 300 years old. I feel really beat. Um, and I know the Coast to Coast didn't go on tonight. Um, and yeah, that's sort of because I know he's still recovering from being ill, and his dog is sick too. So I knew that he wasn't going to make it. And then David said that it was his anniversary weekend, and then Cody couldn't make it. And I was expecting to get the call. I told Cody, if you want me to go up, I would go up to keep it going for you guys. But there's Kenneth Fordman, aka Kenneth, super nice guy, really nice guy. I met him through various chats, including Fit for Expedition. I know you've seen him around Bones. He's a really nice guy. Okay, Casey's throwing up a really cute picture there. That must be for that movie House.
Yeah, that's the cat from House.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. So, man, I felt a little bit like hurt. My feelings got hurt a little bit. Man, you guys, I thought I was going to get some credit for some of the picks I was getting, but you guys are just killing me.
What are you
I
talking
picked up.
about?
I went on a video tasting show, Me and Al, the cat and the bat, we invaded Garrett's show, and we were doing top 10 movies of Ghosts without being a franchise or a sequel. And man, I knew Al was going to be bringing some seriously fun stuff, and I thought I brought some really seriously fun stuff, and I knew that Gareth would be bringing more commercial stuff. But I mean, man, I was thinking, okay, you guys don't, you guys, they were just crushing me.
I voted for all three people. I just voted for the movies I've seen.
Yeah, I have to admit, man, I knew Al was going to be bringing it. I mean, I just wanted to have fun. I didn't like, like, okay, let me go through them. Well, for one thing, because I don't have my collection up, right? So I can't really do that. I'm sure I have better ghost movies in there, but I just couldn't get to them because of, the situation I'm in. But I
When
still,
Al pulled Devil's Backbone, I chose either you or Tasties because I have never seen that.
yeah, I mean, what you to say? I mean, the Killer's Backbone's a killer movie, right? I mean, he was bringing the heat. I mean, he really he wiped us out. As far as like total votes go. I mean, he beat Gareth by 12, and he beat me by 20. So I was like, okay, mercy. But I was happy with this. I was happy with what I brought.
Did
I
you
thought I brought good movies.
did you tell him about the dead room, or did you leave that one off?
No, I brought the Dead Room. Oh yeah, you rested. Yeah, yep. You knew I was gonna do that. Hell yeah. Me and Casey watched the Dead Room. Casey became a fan.
Yeah, that
Um,
was a good one. So did someone have House on there?
yeah,
The list?
Al did. Al had House.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how I recognized it. Because well, I've seen that before. Um, well, let's just turn this over to the chat while we're talking. We'll just ask them to throw out some of their favorite ghost movies, and I see what they say. See if see if anybody picks any movies that we picked. Uh, so we'd like to know from you guys in the chat. There's Echo. He's gonna be starting a new series too. I think he's gonna do alternate. He's gonna alternate between the Asylum and ITN. ITN is not a bad distributor. Um, there's another distributor. If you keep your eyes out for it, they're gone. They're gone. But you're still looking for their movies. It's sort of like when Anchor Bay went out of business, right? When they finally went over. I mean, people know. A lot of people I know, that's what they look for. They hunt for the Anchor Bay releases. They're getting thin. I don't see them out at all like I used to. Once in a while, and but don't see it too often. Um, but there's another film company that's made some pretty good movies too, called Phase Four, and they're gone. I think they've been gone for 3 or 4 years now, but they put out some really good movies too. And I try to keep my eye out for them when I'm out there hunting around.
You said
Uh,
Phase 4?
Phase Four.
I don't know if I have any of their stuff. Have you heard of that one distributor, A24?
Um,
I heard some good things about them.
yeah, I heard it's like it's right above Asylum. Like some of the movies are like right above Asylum. I mean, they're okay, but it's like Asylum and then A24 and then ITN. So yeah, I heard about that.
You think they got a lot of Eric Roberts voiceover work in there?
I'm sure they have some Eric Roberts. I'm sure Eric Roberts has appeared in an A24 film a few times already. But speaking of distributors, this is one I'll talk to you about. The one for the Killer Donuts, uh, Level 33 Entertainment. This is not the first time I've gotten one of their movies, and they actually put up some decent films. Um, looks like they put up some decent films. I saw one movie they did called Car Dogs. That actually was out in the Dollar Tree. I got my copy at the Family Video. That was really good, real good. Um, oh, Michelle just watched Attack of the Killer Donuts. Me too, Michelle. Me too. That was awesome. Did you like it? Please tell me you liked it. It was so much fun. Yeah, they probably did that because they probably put it for kids. Echo. I would think that's the reason why they put it. It's not because all their movies are bad, because they're not. So I think they probably just made it all right, Michelle, yay. Uh, Casey turned his off halfway through, so you can tell Casey started becoming 824 slappy because he turned off a quality independent movie like Killer Donuts. I guess they didn't have Tony Collette in it. He wasn't gonna watch it.
I still that scene where she's like banging her head up against the ceiling or whatever, that always gets a laugh from me. I don't know why. I'm sure
Oh,
it's
and
supposed to be scary, but
oh, God, there wasn't anything supposed to be scary at all in this movie. I thought the part I really liked a lot when they showed the donuts when they were rolling on the ground, they were just rolling. That had me crying. I don't know why, but that had me funny. That had me laughing.
I
Um,
like the way the donuts look with like the teeth and everything. I think they all look very cool.
I thought they looked cool too, and I liked how they used the various flavors too. It wasn't just like all just generic donuts. I mean, there's all sorts of donuts they were showing off. And the three guys, the three assholes that came inside the shop. I really enjoyed the fact that they allowed that lead actor to come out there and not only defend that girl, but he was a badass in doing it. I thought that was a really nice touch. Most of the time, it's like he would have been shy or not saying nothing, or he would have went out there and got hit. But he got out there and took care of business. I thought that was really cool. Hi, Anthony. I see you out there. You got your community tab. Hell yeah, Anthony. Uh, yeah. It was funny when the donuts. Yeah, she got all dressed up and sexed up because she was gonna have herself a donut. She was gonna. That was her cheat meal, and she got dressed up all sexy for her cheat meal. That was a little weird.
So would you say that Attack of the Killer Donuts has any squeak queens?
Yeah, actually, they do. I can tell you
Yeah,
that the blonde girl, that's Laura Compton, and she starred in Clown Town, and she
donuts
also
do have cream in them. Is that Scream Queen?
Cream Queen. Yeah. But Screen Queen, yeah, Lauren Compton. She did Clown Town, and she also did Death House.
Clown Town is awesome.
Clown Town rocks.
Death
So
House, not so much. Is that one with all them poor people and it wasn't very
yeah,
good?
really, yeah, that wasn't so good. Hi, Betty. What?
That was
Oh
set up to
no,
be. That was set up to be like the horror Expendables. It even had a cool cover, and then it wasn't good.
no. Oh, you should watch it. You should listen to the commentary of that movie. Oh my God, you would have thought the guy who had reinvented the wheel. I'm not even kidding you. I wish I was, but he was talking so much like, yeah, this and that, and we're doing this, and we
For
just did
donuts?
this. No, for Death House.
Death
Oh,
House.
I mean, he had a chance to do something cool, but he just totally blew it. And then,
Hey,
but he was talking about how awesome his movie was,
did
because
I hear Gunnar Hansen had something to do with it?
that was his last role.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought he was trying to get it made before he passed.
yes, he was. Yeah, he really was. And then he was tried, and then he got sick, and they carried on afterwards. And they did have a cool way of acknowledging him. I will say that was cool. They put I don't know if you saw the movie or not, but
Yeah.
there's a table there with his face in it. Like he's the disembodied voice of some sort of computer or whatnot.
It's been a while, but with the cast and the poster and everything, I wanted it to be so much better than it was.
Oh, me too. Me too. I was too. It sort of reminded me of. I mean, because when you do that right, when you do that expendable thing right, it could be really killer. It really could. Um, but you have to do it right. That's the thing. You have to do it right.
All the Hatchet movies are more like the horror Expendables. They have a lot of big names in them.
It's funny. They actually did a martial arts movie, sort of like the Expendable style. It was called Throwdown in Manila, and
Oh yeah, that wasn't that great
The
either.
that's the Dacascos one.
yeah, yes,
Yeah, I wish that was better than it is too.
right. I mean, although they had all those icons there, and they did not give them anything to do.
Yeah, I
Rock
was
And
wondering
Center,
why
I
it took
believe.
so long for that to come out because I was following that and I was like, oh, I want to see this, and then it
yeah,
supposedly came out and I couldn't see it for like years because it was nowhere to be found.
It had people I liked playing bad guys. I didn't like them playing bad guys.
Dukakis, yeah. Well, I mean, he was the main guy playing the bad guy. And of course they had in the beginning of the movie they showed him off squared off against Matthias Hughes.
Was
And
Rock good or bad? I can't remember. It's been so long.
who?
Rock. She was in it, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was in that, but she didn't get anything to do. She just happened to be there, like a former friend of the main star, the Alexander guy, Nowitzki or whatever he was. He's not bad. I mean, he's like a sea level Dolph Lundgren, but that's not slagging on him. That just means he just needs more experience with English. But he's a good action hero. He did a really nice job. It's not the first movie I saw him in. I saw him in another movie he did. It was, I think it was called Dark Rose, Black Rose, Dark Rose, and it was okay. It wasn't. It was all right. Um, I can't believe Betty got out of bed for this. It's so awesome. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, man. This is awesome. It's what the community is all about. Just coming out and supporting each other.
It's all about the attack of the killer dodos.
That's right. Attack of the Killer Donuts. Uh, oh my God. She heard my voice. Betty heard my. Oh my Lord. I'm sorry about that. If I would have known that, I would have been whispering. Um, yeah. Um, So yeah, that is interesting. Some of these movies don't get released for a long time too. They get put on the shelf until they find the financing or whatnot. Um, I did get my copy of Manila. I got that at mine at Family Video. That's where I got mine at. Um, so I didn't know what to expect, but I got it because of the big Russian guy, because I already seen one of his movies, and of course the reason I really bought it, obviously, because it had Casper Van Dien in it. And speaking of Casper Van Dien, so his new series is kicked off. It's called Salvage Marines, and the hashtag is "This is the job." I don't know exactly how many episodes. I know it's supposed to be coming out on Popcorn Flicks, which is a new streaming service to me. Uh, I don't know. I never heard of it before this. Um, I know that it has a channel on YouTube that there she is. Hey, Armstrong, how are you? Um, I don't know how good it is. Hopefully, it is good. I don't know how many episodes it is. It is a series. It's not just a movie. It's a series. So it could be up to it could be 10 episodes. I'm not really sure. Um, I'm just glad to see him back. Uh, if the Bud Files showed up, I would have just have a. Oh, we go way back. That's right, way back. Hey, Night Fright Talk Show. How are you? How are you? Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Climb on board. We're talking Screen Queens. We're talking Attack of the Killer Donuts. We're talking a little bit of Scream. Little Halloween. Yes, right. I said Scream and Halloween because we are talking about it. So, yeah, I wonder. I wonder how hard they're working. I've heard that they're filming two versions of each movie. Each movie
What?
is doing, yeah, they're doing an ending, two endings for each movie. I
Are
think
they
they're
gonna
trying.
ship it like in different theaters? They're gonna get different endings, or do you think they're
No,
gonna save one for a physical release?
I think they're doing this. I think they're trying to. I think they're trying to surprise, because I'm just looking at the some of the channels here on the tube. I mean, they literally are trying to report on anything and everything, including the color of the toilet paper the cast is using. And those leaks are just, they don't want any leaks. They
Okay,
want
so
that.
you're
Yeah, they want that movie tight. I get it. I get that. I mean, it's like you don't want your movie known and exposed before it gets released. And if you want to know, if you want to see a good example of that, well, look at the Rob Zombie. Um, that movie, it leaked. They released its trailer, but people have been talking about that movie already.
talking
I
about
mean,
monsters.
yeah, they've been talking about it behind the scenes for before the trailer came out. Trailer came out, then it got really talked about, and next thing you know, now you see it being pulled from the theater, and now it's going to be released on Netflix.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was pulled from the theater.
Yeah, Rob Zombie tried to put on a brave face and sit there and say it was supposed to be released on Netflix all along, but that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because I'm actually surprised it's not being released on Peacock. Because I'm not mistaken, I thought the rights to the monster still were Universal's.
Um,
So I
Sure
thought
they
it would.
sold it to whoever made the movie, or did Universal make the movie themselves?
I thought Universal was going
I
to
don't
make
know.
that movie. I thought that's what I thought where the money came from was
Uh,
from Universal.
Peacock isn't Universal, isn't it
Yeah,
NBC? Or they owned
yeah.
by the
And
same parent company now?
the parent company, Universal Comcast. Yeah, same one. So but then again, look at Lionsgate. It owned the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it turned around and sold it to Netflix too. They produced it, they made it, but then they sold it. And I'm thinking that's what
Maybe
happened here.
maybe Netflix is putting out more money, than they're expecting to get on their own service.
Well, I mean, it's not a big thing, but like they lost another million subscribers, so they got 220 million. But the people are saying they're saying it's like when streaming first came on, it slowly built up, right? Like before network TV never really worried about it because they looked around and say, okay, so Netflix has got 10 million people. Well, we still got 90 million people, and then it's like then you think about it, it's like okay, then we got 85 million people. They got 15. We still got 85. They still got 15. And they got the 80 to 20. You know, before you know it, they're the ones sitting there looking at that. We still got 15 million people, and Netflix has got 85. Um, it could be reversed. We could be seeing the sign of reverse where streaming has reached its peak and now it's going to start rolling back to where it was before. I get
I think
that.
it's rolling back, but Netflix specifically, it's just because they're making a lot of bad business decisions. Like the other streaming services aren't seeing that like nosedive that Netflix is.
Let's see. John's asking us, what are we looking forward to the most coming up? Man, there's a whole bunch of stuff coming up. The one I'm looking for right now is there's a ton on IFC that are coming up. And I'm holding my breath because I'm holding my breath, hoping that the fact that they'll come down to the library. But I have not seen an IFC movie in the library in weeks, months. So it's- so everything I want to see the most. I don't know if I even get a chance to see it unless I see it come through in the wild.
I
Well,
saw Bones did a review on the rental from Dollar Tree, which was
I saw
IFC.
that. I saw that. I had to congratulate my main man for that. It was very well. It was very well done, and I think the ending really threw off people, but that ending is so 70s, Bones. It's exactly that ending is exactly what you would have got in the 70s movie. You would have got a sharp, sudden, drop, and you'd be sitting there going like, "What the hell?" And that's the type of movies in the 70s. That's how they were ending. Just out of the blue, doom and gloom, bleak as hell, and the movie's over. And you're sitting there going like, "Man, I want to sort of feel good when I go out of the theater, but it's like, I don't want to see everybody die."
I'm looking forward to the Pearl movie, the X prequel.
Yeah, yeah. Pearl looks to be really entertaining, and of course, I'm hoping. That I'm sure they will because they made a ton of money off that everywhere all at once. They made a ton of movie with that, and X did really well.
That was a good movie. The Everywhere All at Once. That was a good
I
movie.
want to see that really bad. I don't want to see Marcel the Shell.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think we might go see that. I don't know.
I
It looks
want
cute.
Yeah, I want to see that. Um, we're gonna be doing. I'm doing X in September 4th. I'm gonna be doing a panel of.
Oh, you're reviewing the movie. You're not doing West
Uh,
Ecstasy or anything.
we're all gonna do X, then we're gonna watch X. Um, yeah, X only made 14 million. You're right. I'm really hoping. I know that Pearl was made for probably less than a million. Um, I'm hoping that when Pearl comes out, it'll do the same kind of numbers, Ben. So Ty West will actually get a chance to finish out his trilogy. A24 is producing that, by the way. They didn't buy it, they are producing it. Let's see. Toxic Avenger with Peter Dinklage's Toxie. Man, that's a really interesting choice to make. I'm really surprised to see him do that role, honestly. I'm just like, I don't know. It'd be like I don't know. I just see him being an actor of such renown that I just have a hard time seeing him wanting to do a movie like that. But what do I know? I mean, it's interesting. What do you guys think? Should Dinklage do something like that? I mean, should he do something like that? Yeah, 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 I know. Did they already shoot the third one? They are. That would be interesting. I know it didn't make as much money as it looked to be. Everybody, that's what I mean. Everybody goes all in for A24, and they all go, and they're so overrated of that. If you look at it, $14 million is not a lot of money. Not a lot of money at all
It
for all the
seems
hype.
like this year they're pushing out a lot of movies.
They're
They
pushing a lot of movies, but I mean, everybody's the hype was insane. X this, X that. But when it came out to actually come out for it, it didn't do anything near the hype. I'll tell you the one movie for me. I'll tell you the one movie for me. Uh, um, in fact, I'm going to leave this on a little bit of a cliffhanger. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Think about the one movie that you remember being super hyped beyond belief, and then when it came out, it did nothing. And I'll tell you who. I'll tell you what my movie is.
it's the motherfucking snakes on the motherfucking plane.
Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah, that's the biggest overhype I've ever seen. I'll be right back. You and Bones hold the fort down.
Okay. Hello, Bones. Bones. Bones.
Boglins?
Boglins. Have you seen the Spirit Halloween trailer?
Boglins! I
Okay.
have not. I heard people hating on it before it even was made, though, saying it's just going to be like a big old commercial for them.
Yeah, I didn't even know they were making a movie. I mean, if it's named the same title as the store, I would assume that it'd be pretty promotional,
I think it also takes place in the store, like it's haunted or
Oh,
something.
that
So it's
sounds
just
cool.
pretty much a commercial for them. Like, see this cool store? Come to it.
Yeah, I mean, but if they make cool stuff for the movie, they'll have like items you can buy for it from the store. Everyone already goes to the store.
A big
I
marketing
seen one.
scheme.
I didn't see one. I saw one of the abandoned places around here already has the Spirit Halloween banner up on it.
Yeah, I don't need a commercial or anything. If we had such a fucking store, I'd definitely go to it, but we don't get those here.
It's just hard to. You always got to go online and look it up because they're always in different locations every year.
I'm
Ben
not going to
Grimm is
travel out of
saying.
town to it.
Yeah, Ben Grimm's saying it's about kids getting stuck in a Spirit Halloween overnight.
Yeah, see.
I don't know about kids. I don't.
Yeah, it's a kids movie from what I heard. Like,
He
the
says
whole
it has
cast is
Christopher
kids.
Lloyd in it. I'm down for some Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer.
Did you see Nobody?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him in that movie.
Lloyd plays his dad.
Yeah. I don't know. Some movies with kids are okay. You know, I didn't hate the new the two the two Goosebump movies. They were fine. They were mainly following the kids. Do we know, is this going to be a theatrical release for the Spirit Halloween movie, or is it going to be on a streaming service or a TV channel?
I don't know, but most everything isn't a theatrical release anymore. Everything's app exclusives, and then they don't get fucking physical releases.
Yeah, I mean, if the Munsters, Rob Zombie's Munsters, isn't getting a theatrical release, and Spirit Halloween is, that's pretty weird.
That new Predator movie is going to be a Hulu exclusive.
Yeah, Prey. Well, it'll give me an excuse to watch something on Hulu. I never use that thing. I think it's like bundled with my Spotify or something.
Casey?
Yes. Yes,
Look,
hello?
how ironic you were talking about the Spirit movie and there's a Spirit girl in the chat.
Oh.
Is she in the movie?
I don't know, maybe. Maybe this is a
Hey, Spirit Girl.
promotional thing.
Pat, we was talking about the Spirit Halloween movie, and then a Spirit girl showed up in the chat. It was ironic.
Nice. All right, who's working the Ouija board?
We conjured her up.
The Ouija shark. He works the board now.
Dude, I have to say that Eric from Hate Internet, it's Eric. Oh, there she is. The coyote's in the house, or wolf, or fox, whatever it is. Hi, Tiffany. Nice meeting you, Spirit Girl 19. Yeah, let's talk about that because I heard that. What is it? What's the Spirit Halloween Spirit or Spirit of Halloween?
Yeah, see, I haven't.
The company's making a movie.
I guess they dropped the trailer today, but I haven't seen it.
Wow,
I didn't even know they were
cool.
making a movie.
Yes, you have to seriously watch Ouija Shark. Eric from Hate Internet, it's Eric. He did his Shark Week, and so I told him to watch Ouija Shark. And to his credit, he did. He did a 25-minute. In fact, he had to do it twice. He did a 25-minute review of a Ouija Shark.
See, you hated that movie, and then you told everyone to watch it.
I did. Well, because it's terrible. Hey, Hobbs. Oh, I knew if we you talk about if you mention spirits and then a spirit girl show up, but if you mention Halloween, you get a Hobbs showing up.
Hobbs is saying Spirit Halloween with Jack Black. Makes me
Wow,
want to see it more.
wow, yeah, that means there's some money behind it.
Well, no,
Uh,
not really. Jack Black will do little projects a lot, actually.
um, but Eric did a 25-minute. He did a 25-minute review of Rishi Shark. That is one of the funniest reviews I've ever heard. I mean, it I think Eric's like our closest thing to Siskel and Ebert rolled into one in the community. He was talking about that movie. He was like, I swear, like he was channeling Siskel and Ebert. I felt so I was laughing my ass off so hard at him. Yeah, he was like, it was funny as hell. Uh, let's see. Oh, Fluff is watching the new Mystery Road miniseries. Wow, a prequel. Okay, you know what? Everything I said about a prequel, when it comes down to Mystery Road, forget, because I would see that. That's one of my very favorite movies, Mystery Road. Fantastic movie. Let's see. Yeah, Jack Black did, and yeah, he did the House with the Clock in the Walls, but he's not in the Spirit movie. Oh, okay, all right. Maybe he's see now see I would actually sit there and say, gee, Fluff, if you could happen to just download that illegally down to a disc. Oh my God. I would love to see it. Um, man, it's funny. It's like I'm not freezing in the main chat, but I'm freezing behind the scenes. It's weird. Uh, Hobbs is always here. That's right. If it's like you say Candyman 5 times, you get Candyman. If you say pumpkins 3 times, you get Hobbs. Uh, wow. Can I stream Australian ABC channel? I don't know. Well, you know what, Hobbs? That'll be you'll be right behind me. I had my interview didn't do that well either. Oh, Shadow woke you up. That sucks. Poor Shadow. But he's a good dog. Uh, yeah, I didn't know what happened with that Hobbs that your Kentucky Kruger one. I thought maybe he just didn't want to dress up for the interview, but that sort of sucks.
I mean, even if he didn't want to dress up, 15 is obviously very low for any midnight hour.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I sort of exposed Hobbs. I found I read out the secret. Hobbs is really Kentucky Kruger. When we saw Hobbs' face, but we never saw Kruger's face. We didn't see him in the same room side by
Yeah,
side.
he told me you said that, but I saw his face in the green room or whatever you call it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well,
Well, it doesn't matter what anybody says.
I expect you midnight hour guys to stick together, but I had to see him.
You're a funny guy.
But you guys are gonna get him in October though, right?
So by midnight guys sticking together, you're saying I'm a liar, and you don't believe me.
No, not at all. I think you're being very creative.
That's still saying I'm a liar.
Okay, if you think I'm pulling your leg, then I didn't see a face. We wanted to see a face. I thought it was like maybe he didn't want to do it because
I
of
didn't
the
know I
time.
needed to hit the print screen button real quick to have proof for Pat. But I saw him before he panned down to the pizza.
Who set up the interview? Did you set it up, Bones?
No, I did not.
Okay.
It's not my job to set up interviews.
See, look at Hobson sitting there saying, I was interviewing myself, according to the cheetah. There you go. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I said. I saw Hobbs's face over here. Then I saw nobody's face over here. One person would talk, then he would be quiet, and then we hear something back from this side. And it was like, notice that you can't. Their now faces are together, and they're not talking together. I think it's one and the same.
Isn't that called a conversation where one guy talks and then the other guy talks?
Maybe, maybe, maybe. But in this situation, I think it was just Hobbs. I think he was working on building up something big for the spectacular. That's what I'm thinking. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
You were listening, right? He did say he would come back in
I did.
October.
I sat there and watched it. I watched it, and I'm like, why does that guy sound so familiar?
He said he would come back in October dressed up. And
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, we have the spectacular. Come on back.
yeah, of course, and of course, he come back dressed up just in time for the spectacular. I mean, that's the perfect time for him to come back. I mean, this Hobbs is the spectacular. Who mentioned about the candy being short this year? I thought somebody said that the Halloween candy is not going to be there's going to be shortages of candy.
I don't know. Everybody in Katie's was saying that all their stores had candy already. So they said around Halloween there was probably going to be a shortage.
Yeah, I read that. I saw a scroll on my news feed that Hershey's is sitting there saying they could have a shortage by October.
I mean, there'll still be all the other candy. I mean, by that time there'll be Christmas candy, probably Valentine's Day candy. But even
uh,
if all the holiday candy's gone, like you can walk down like most stores right now, candy aisle is fully stocked.
yeah, and I'll tell you one thing that didn't go up that much. The price didn't go up that much. It's like 3.48. It's actually been between $3 and like I think the last time I saw it last year, I think it was like 3.19, 3.25. So it didn't go up that high. Not as high as I
Are you
thought it would
talking
be.
about like the king size bars or like the variety
No, just the one,
bags?
just the little bags.
Yeah, I mean those have probably been sitting there like a whole year.
Yeah,
Like the chocolates and most of the candy has a long shelf life anyways.
with all the preservatives in it. Hobbs is sitting there saying, "Look, I'm too fat to be Freddy." Yeah, but Freddy hasn't been on screen in a long time, so of course of course you're gonna let yourself go a little bit. That's to be expected. Come October, I'm sure you'll be a lean, mean Kentucky Kruger. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what it is. I thought about that too when I heard that, and well, like that's just isn't that just another case of them trying to get us to overbuy and right now to be aggressive buyers just to get the money going. I mean, I did not. You know how many Halloween? You know how many trick or treaters I had last year? You know how many trick or treaters
Probably none. No,
I
no one
I got
gets trick or treaters anymore.
I didn't get trick or treaters, and outside my subdivision, they were done within 20 minutes, and people were still up there buying candy like it was no tomorrow. I saw people, shopping at my local Kroger's, and their carts were high with candy. I was just wondering where they're, I was like, where this is going? Is this going to a school? Are they doing a church? Are they doing a parking lot Halloween? Like what do they call those? Where they do the parking lot?
Trunk or treat.
Bron- Okay, trunk
Trunk,
or treat. Yeah,
trunk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, See, Tiffany says Halloween candy purchased now will not make it to Halloween. Uh, I don't know about that. Well, if you're talking about your house, Tiffany, I would dare say that it would still be there because I know you're not eating Halloween candy right now. So I know that. I don't see Gary doing it. Uh, yeah, have you guys ever done a trunk or treat? I've never done one.
Not a. Wait, I don't know. They were called trunk or treats, but they weren't actually just a bunch of cars. Like they had like a. One was like a walk around, like a recreational center outside. So there's like playgrounds and like around a baseball field. They had little stations set up in the grass for the kids to get candy. It wasn't just walking to a bunch of cars.
Hobbs is sitting there saying, dude, they were everywhere last year. You have to have your lights on. Just look at the Facebook pics. Hobbs, even without the lights on, I still seen them in previous years where I've just seen groups of kids. I mean, because we're in a subdivision, so everybody goes out there to everybody comes to subdivisions that trick or treat because
They're
everybody knows
probably they're probably
that
all at Mom's Spaghetti.
maybe because they certainly were here. They weren't here the last 2 years. Last year, I thought last year would be somewhat going back to normal. Just based on the stores I went to and the candy I saw being bought. But there was probably less than 20 kids last year. 20. That's all I saw. That's all I saw. I was looking outside for the hour. Me and Paladin were looking outside. I wanted to see how many people were out there actually trick or treating, and there were like 20 people. It was all over, and it was all over within an hour. Local Dairy Queen let us do it in their parking lot. Kid came and got some candy. Then we sent them inside for free ice cream. All
That
right.
sounds like a good deal right
Yeah,
there.
I like that too. Uh, John's mentioned I'm going to be forced to take a brief time away. Man, you know what? That's a scary thought. I'm really sorry, John. I really am sorry. I don't know. I don't know what happened to. I don't know how that's happening. I really don't understand that. That's why the safety net's there. I don't get that. I don't know. I don't understand how they can do that. I thought the state would protect your rights and put in a rent control. That sucks. I'm very sorry, John. That's sort of a bummer. Huge bummer. How about you, Bones? Did you have trick or treaters last year?
No, we live on a back country road. No kids come up this road.
Yeah, we we used to live off a road, like a little road like that in Livonia, um, and we didn't get any trick or treaters at all. And then we moved to an apartment in Northville, and we didn't get any trick or treaters at all. And it wasn't until we moved to our house that we did. In fact, Hobbs shared the picture of me doing my dressed up like Jason. He posted that. He took that from my Facebook page and sent it to me. He's like, okay, speaking of fat, look at your ass. Um, I actually had to take off my mask. I had put some blood on my shirt, and I put a mask on, and plastic butcher knife, and the kids got too scared, so I had to take it all off. So, um, yeah, Ben, that happened to us too. That happened to us. We thought we had enough for a nice little group of kids, but what happened was that they brought busloads of kids from Detroit, and so they rolled up to our town, our subdivision, and we had to go get more candy. Uh, Welcome back, Tatum. Yeah, people are mean everywhere. Uh, what's the best Halloween costume you guys dressed up at? What's your favorite Halloween costume you dressed up at? when you were a kid? That's a good question. I don't. I never know. I've never known anybody. You know what's funny? It's like other than the one time, and I didn't really look like Jason. I just, just please. But I don't really know. Oh, Tiffany dressed up like a vampire. I would. I was gonna say Tiffany. If he said you dressed up like a road runner, that would have been it. You would have killed me. See, Fluff dressed up like a wicked witch. That's awesome. That's awesome. See, Echo dressed like like a teenager. Okay. Michelle's looking forward to doing Halloween looks this year. Yeah, I think you didn't you dress up last year, Michelle? You dressed up for Halloween last year. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Of course, we
Didn't
all dressed up here in the midnight hour.
yeah, didn't you dress up, Pat? Didn't you have some
Oh,
underwear on your
yeah,
head?
I'm mask. So I got a mask on for last year. Thank God we don't have to worry about doing that for the Midnight Society.
Al said you
That's
guys
why.
were.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He said he bought a bat costume and he was hoping you do the Catwoman costume.
I'm not doing
Michelle
no Catwoman. I'm
Michelle
not.
Pfeiffer.
I tell you what, I'll dress like Catwoman if you dress up like no, you have to dress up like Zilla.
I mean, I don't know if I have one if they make costumes like that.
Yeah,
The costume that you wore
isn't that
before.
convenient? Okay, dress up like the cat on your picture.
I mean, I could probably print it out and like tape it to like a mask.
No, you know what I mean. You have to go get that. I'm not sure if Al dressed up.
Casey has a Zilla-like outfit. He wore
I
it
have
in a video.
I have that dinosaur one I wore for the spooktacular entry last year.
Nice. Which one was it? Was it Rivera?
It's just like a T-Rex costume that was on clearance at the Halloween store. It wasn't a Halloween store, it's a party store. So they have the
But
costumes year round.
when I
So
watched
was
your
like, you gotta
video, I
get
thought
it.
it was Godzilla.
It's
Dude,
just like a onesie.
there are people out there like Derek from Halloween PDX. He shops Halloween all year round. He goes looking for Halloween stuff all year round. I'm just like, okay, like I know, like I have not been to the Dollar Tree as of yet, but I'm sure if I go tomorrow, which I probably will, I'm sure I'm going to see Halloween stuff. I'm sure I will. I expect that, but I didn't expect to see Halloween stuff in February or March. But there are actually people who actually go out there and look for that stuff during February and March. It's just absolutely crazy to me. Yes, dedication. That's it. Yeah, that's the right word to use for it. Oh my gosh. Uh, uh, I wish we could help you, John. If you want to if you want to send me on Facebook, if you want to send me your therapist's phone number, you can send that to me, and I'll call and ask him what's going on. I mean, I could do that for you. I don't know why you're not being protected. If you want to do that, if you have a caseworker, a state caseworker, I'll be happy to call too. I can at least call and ask. I mean, I won't be able to ask directly because patient law, privacy laws, but I can at least ask why you're not being protected. I didn't think landlords could do that to people that were state protected. I thought that's what your safety. That's why your safety net was for. Um, I could do that. I could try. No, not just him. I mean, talking about people in general, Hobbs. I mean, look, that's hard. That's really hard to do because not all the Halloween stores are up 24/7. All year round. I don't Spirit Halloween. I know where there's storefronts where they put them in, and they put them in like in September, sometimes August. But then after
Yeah,
Halloween's over, they always take them down.
yeah. I was saying earlier, I saw a store around here that already has the Spirit Halloween banner up on it.
Yeah.
Hobbs has a year-round Halloween store up near he is. He made a video on it.
Is this
Uh,
is it still open?
Not a Spirit Halloween, but it's like a dedicated Halloween store. He has a
Hmm.
video on it. I think maybe he made it a couple years ago.
I've never seen that.
But yeah, so he can always
But
go get some
that's like
Halloween
a mama.
goodies.
I think that's a mom and pop store, if I'm not mistaken. Like I
You
mean,
know, those are the better ones, you know.
yeah. I don't. We don't have anything like that over here.
Yeah, but you
Um,
got Mom's spaghetti.
Mom's Spaghetti is like over an hour away from me. It's in a town called Clarkston. I've only been there one time. In fact, I haven't been into that area probably about 15 years, Casey. We used to go to a store. There was a outlet mall, the Great Lakes Crossing, and they had a bunch of discount stores there. And we used to go there at least twice a year around Christmas time and around my birthday because I would get sweaters. They would have all the different schools and whatnot. And I used to go there at least twice a year, and their sweaters were so damn cheap. I mean, they're like $10, with hoods and stuff like that, t-shirts and stuff like that. So I would go there and I get like, 3 or 4 sweaters and a couple of t-shirts, you know. And but then when the recession hit, they're one of the first stores that went belly up. They were just they're there today and they're gone tomorrow. And it was really shocking because we thought they were doing so well, but they were one of the first ones to go, and they never came back. They never came back. And the thing is, though, people used to shop there when we go there, and it was always so damn busy. We just figured out
Do
they weren't making profit margins. It's the only thing we
do
could think
you
of.
do you know that's why they shut down? Some
Yeah,
places just don't feel
no,
like doing it anymore, and they don't feel like selling the
no,
business.
no, those guys were booming. They were always busy. But
Yeah,
I think their profit margin was really thin. It was like they were selling a sweater for $10, but it probably cost them like $8 to get it out there. So the profit margin wasn't all that big. I mean, they were doing such huge business, and the thing is you knew that they were doing really well because you would see their shit everywhere. You would see their jackets and their sweaters. I mean, you just go up there and see and go Stephenberries, and they go like, "Yep." It's just like everybody had it. And then, yeah, we thought, I was thinking, wow, when the recession hit, and then the stores closed. It was headline news around here because it was such a popular store. But that was actually, I think we only went down to Great Lakes Crossing like maybe a couple more times after that, and then we just never went anymore. Oh yeah, that was the recession though, Hobbs. That was a while ago. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. It's the weekend. It's Nike time. Okay, I don't know what Nike is, but
it
okay.
Echo's in a heat wave. He said it's too hot for clothes.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Yeah, we're supposed to get it up to. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but then we're supposed to get up to 100 degrees by the end of the week. Shit, I'm putting that shit in a basket and sending it south. Uh, See, Craig saying he just came in and now they're crying. Your weather is good right now, aren't you? Aren't you guys? It's yeah. So I was gonna say it's wintertime down there. You should be raining and snowing and all that good stuff. How cold is it down there? Yeah, I forgot about that when I was talking to Ruby and her mother on this week. I forgot about that. I forgot how it's supposed to be cold down there because it's so weird. Because you start thinking about that when Christmas time comes and it's cold here, and it's like Christmas time down there. It's like it's their summer. Yeah, geez, I was like Echo when I was a teenager. I was like Echo. I would just grab a pillow. Actually, I would grab two pillowcases, and I'd go around collecting one for me and one for my brother. He didn't know that, but that's what I told the people giving the candy to. My little brother's sick, so I'm getting some. I'm getting some candy for him. I know we're having fun, Betty. We're definitely having fun. Um, no snow in this part of the country. Yeah, I'm going out tomorrow. I'm going out. I'm gonna see if I can find myself a Halloween store. Should be fun.
Um, the TJ Maxx and the Big Lots here already have Halloween stuff out.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't know if you have those where you're at.
We're both. Oh, both has slipped away. Okay. Huh. Now your cat head got bigger.
Oh, okay.
That's not always a bad thing. Go cats. Yeah. Thanks for coming out, Michelle. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll keep this thing going till 3 o'clock or so. Let's see. I guess. Let's see. So, what are you looking forward to seeing, Casey? What did you watch this week? Anything good?
The only thing I watched this past week was Black Phone, and it was pretty good.
Uh, I watched besides Donuts, and I attempted to watch The Banished, but I actually watched Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. The
Oh
one with
yeah?
the one with King Caesar in it.
Right on. That's a good one.
That is a good one. I forgot how much fun that one was.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
I wish they would have had. I wish they would have. It's funny. So you don't think about it when you're a kid, but as you get older, you start thinking about it. You go like, man, I wish those final fights would have been just a little bit longer.
Sometimes, the the fights in that last movie, the Godzilla versus Kong, I felt like that kind of went on too long because it went from like one fight directly into another fight. So it was just like a lot of fighting with not a lot else going on.
Right, right. I know that ISC is putting out a lot of movies again lately. Put some really There's been some really good ones out there. What I'm going to have to hope for is that the ones, if I don't get them at the library, I'm going to have to hope that they get to the Hamilton bookstore. So yeah, we're doing werewolves tomorrow in the Midnight Society. We're doing that. Are we talking? Oh, Halloween music, and I'm not sure. Oh, COVID had us all messed up. We watched One Tree Hill. I hear One Tree Hill is actually pretty fun. I don't really listen to much holiday music. I really don't. Pretty much what I listen to now is what I listen to all year. I'll tell you the movie I want to see pretty much is Resurrection. I want to see
What?
Resurrection for the upcoming IFC movies.
I don't even know what that is.
Resurrection.
Yeah.
Well, that one stars Rebecca Hall. They're also doing Rogue Agent with Gemma Ayrton. I know that story. That one's a weird one. This guy went around. He was pretending to be an MI6 agent, an officer, and he would go around England and he would bribe women to give him money, saying that he was a secret agent, and he would take their money and then disappear, saying that he had to leave quickly to save their lives and stuff like that. He was a con man, and it took them a long time to catch him. But their jail sentences are a lot more liberal than ours. I mean, something like that you get put away over here for a long time, but over in Great Britain, not so much. Yeah, the Resurrection sounds good. I think it's just IFC though. I don't think it's an IFC Midnight. But and then the She Wills that has Alice Krige in it from Star Trek and Sleepwalkers. Hi, Disco. Am I saying that right? You're welcome. Come on in. Hellbelly Deluxe. Really? Is that with the Reverend Horton Heat? Is that the one? Is that the one you're putting on?
No, the Rob Zombie's first solo album.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that one's, I really like that one, and it's got a lot of like horror samples in it.
Which midnight movie do you have, Echo? You can put on some Alice Cooper or some Kiss. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's a whole new
That's why
genre.
you and Hobbs and Echo and Al, you could just go as Kiss for Halloween. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be. Thing is, though, we probably move better than they can too. I don't think none of us would have to use a walker or a wheelchair.
They're finally retired, right?
Kiss?
They've finally done the final farewell tour, or are they still going at it?
Honestly, I don't know. I think I'm waiting for them to still doing the nursing home tour. That's what I'm waiting for them to do. Tonight, hello, Forest Lawn nursing home. I don't know. It's almost like a race. It's like who's gonna outlast two longer? Will Kiss outlast the Rolling Stones, or the Rolling Stones outlast Kiss? As far as that goes.
I didn't even know the Rolling Stones were still trying to tour.
Yes. Yep. Greg says Kiss has done 14 final tours of Australia since
That's what I'm
1999.
saying. They had their first farewell tour like 2 decades ago.
Uh,
Have they put out any new music? I know AC/DC is still touring, but they put out new music like last year.
Oh no, I don't know when's the last time Kiss put out a. I don't. I think the last time. I think the last. I'm not sure if Kiss has released an album on the CD format. I think the last album they released was on cassette and record, but I don't think they've ever released anything on a CD yet. Maybe Hobbs can tell us. Let's see. He said, "Oh, okay, that's awesome. Okay, I'm glad you got one, Echo. You'll have to see. Spirit Girl says she just like Gene Simmons for Halloween a couple years ago.
Yeah, see,
That's
that'd be
amazing.
the best one. You could like get some fake blood and like spit it at people.
Yep. Craig says that they had an album called Monster like 10 years ago. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's the last record Kiss put out, because it's not that, because I haven't listened to commercial radio in forever. I have no idea
They're,
what they're
they're
really.
not playing their new stuff on commercial radio. They're still playing their old stuff.
Damn,
Sometimes,
really?
like when AC/DC put out their new album, they played
Yeah.
like the song for that week, and then they went back to the old stuff on like the rock stations, and it definitely was not on like the hit channels.
You know what though? See, that's why commercial radio. That's why nobody. That's why it's irrelevant now. Has been for years. Is simply for the fact of that. Um, People want to hear the new stuff. They know the radio station won't play it, so they say, "Screw it. Why? I'm not going to even bother with that. I'm just going to bypass it." And the band does too. The band knows that it's not going to get played on the radio, so they go to Spotify and they throw it on Spotify. Here's a chance to hear our new record, and you get a chance to listen to it. If you like the cut, you can go ahead and buy it. I mean, you don't have to sit there on the radio and sit there and say, "Yeah, can you play that? Can you play the B side to this single?" And radio stations just won't do it. But you don't. That's why that's why radio. Like I said, that's why commercial radio is a dead format. It's more dead than physical media. See, Echo says like he said. Oh, okay. Oh, he's gonna. Okay. Uh, Monster came out in 2012 for Kiss. Okay, so that might have been. I might have been released on CD then.
Yeah, that had to be on CD.
Yeah. Hell, I don't even know the last record that Rolling Stones put out. I think Aerosmith is still touring. I think a lot of bands are still touring.
Yeah, Aerosmith had some some songs that were played kind of a little bit in the 2010s, but they were weird. They're kind of like country type songs.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I remember John Bon Jovi did that. He ended up doing well. It's really weird. Is he ended up doing? People were sitting there saying, "Well, he did a country duet with Jennifer Nettles of Sugarland." And what people didn't realize was that Jennifer Nettles was always a rock star. She was always a rocker. Um, I actually emailed her. I found her name in a book at Barnes and Noble, like up and comers. And I had a website at the time. I was doing reviews. So, but I sent her. I bought the book because I wanted to hear it was like a college music uh, radio, and what they do is you buy the magazine, and then they would include a free disc with it, and it was like 20 as a sampler of 20 songs from 20 artists that they featured in the book. And Jennifer Nettles was there. It was the Jennifer Nettles band, and I read the interview with her in the magazine. I was like, wow, okay, let me give this a twirl. And I got home and I put it on there and I listened to her track, and her track was really good. And on it had information to the band. Like if you want to contact the band, you can send them an email. And I did. I sent an email, and I was pretty surprised when I got an answer back, because I didn't think that was going to happen. I just did it just to do it. But I had some correspondence with her for a while. Like we corresponded for 6 months, and then she disappeared. And about maybe like I don't know, maybe next year or so, all of a sudden the people were talking about this new hot band called Sugarland, and they're playing country music. And I was hearing about it, and then I was listening to the country radio station, and I said, "There's Sugarland," and then it came on there, and then I heard her sing, and I knew her voice, and I'm going, "Oh hell no!" And I got home. I went on the computer. I said, typed up Sugarland, and also there it was, lead singer Jennifer Nettles. And what happened? She went ahead and got copy. She got cookie cuttered. She wanted to be a singer. She wanted to be a so she couldn't make it in as a rocker. So she went down to Nashville and reinvented herself, and they gave her a band around her, and called it they called it Sugarland, and they put them on the road. Um, they had 4 original members, and it had it was two. I want to say it was 3 girls and a guy, And then after the first year, they got rid of one of the girls. Um, one of the girls, she was really talented, but she was heavy, and of course they got rid of her. It sucked. That's cookie cutter though, and um, yeah, they became a big household name and sold lots of records, and then everybody was like, like, oh my gosh, she's gonna sing a duet with Bon Jovi. That's gonna be so cool. And it's like, no, it's something she always wanted to do. She's always been a rocker. And so when she did her own thing, when she kicked out and started doing her own thing, she went back to her rock roots, which
I
is
mean,
probably one of the reasons.
some people can just bounce back and forth to different things.
Mhm.
Like there was that one girl, Kesha. She would do all the party pop
Mhm.
songs, but she was on a album. She was on a Alice Cooper album on a rock track, and she did fine. Now she's
Yeah,
doing kind of like slower pop now.
there's a lot of good singers that are very versatile. They can do that. They can do they can do slow and fast. There's some that can't. Like like I said, I was really surprised when I was watching Celine Dion. It just shocked me because I'm sitting there going like, okay, she could bring it. She could be a pop star. She could have been a pop star, but she turned out to be just a balladeer. She only has really maybe one, two, maybe up tempo hits. The rest of the stuff is pretty much all ballads. It's just like I that's pretty much what I just thought they were just the big hits. So that's all, that's the reason why they were released there. I thought, okay, well, if I bought a Celine Dion record, I'm gonna get the two or three ballads, but most of the time I'm gonna get up tempo songs. Well, that's not the case with her. It was the reverse. She would only do two or three up tempo songs, and the rest of them would be ballads. And that was her forte, even though she could sing up tempo stuff. Hi Brene, how are you? Uh Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you're right about that, Casey. It's hard. Spend all that much effort making new songs that no one cares about. The thing is, though, they can never care about them because they never get a chance to hear them. A lot of people listen to radio,
Yeah, it's
and
like they'll promote it on their like social media, like they'll make a video on their YouTube and then they'll promote it on their social media. But 70, probably even more percent of the people at their shows aren't seeing that, they're just remembering the old singles or hearing them on the radio.
yeah, that's one thing that seems to be coming back around. Believe it or not, because for a long time, the music video as we know it, there's a lot of times they just quit making them. They weren't making them
They're
anymore.
they're not the same anymore. Like even like the tail end of MTV when they were still like very much into like most of their programming was reality TV. Bands were still like having big budgeted music videos, but now that they're just going to YouTube, like you can tell not as much thought and not as much money are going into the music videos.
Kenneth, thank you so much, my friend. This is awesome. Thank you so much for coming to my stream. I've always wondered what it would be like to have you come out and hang out. Now I'm finding out. Now I know why everybody loves it. I hope we're keeping you entertained too. That's awesome. Welcome back, Echo. Welcome back. Craig saying, yeah, if I was in a band and put in the time to write new stuff, I would want to play it. Yes. Yeah, yeah, we're up. We are definitely up. See, I get why bands don't put out albums once you have enough hits. People don't want to play you 10 songs live. They don't know after. Yeah, what? But though, yeah, I'll tell you one thing about that though. Um, bands they want to play those songs. They put a lot of effort into making them. A lot of them are personal. A lot of them are by band members that normally don't get a chance to write a song or contribute to an album. So they do get a song. So
Yeah, they want to play it
yeah,
until
they
they
do.
actually play it, and then they see like a crowd of like deadpan faces that aren't
Well, you
having
know what?
fun. And
Well, I don't see that's a way how you can tell the fans from a casual. It's like everybody knows the it's like almost like horror movies. Everybody knows the popular movies, right? So yeah, I'm gonna go see Halloween. I'm gonna go see Scream because everybody's gonna go see them. But as far as going down to a little dive club and seeing a band, seeing a movie like Resurrection or Pearl or something like that. They can't do that. They won't do that.
some no, some bands will do like secret shows. Like they'll have like a fake, like the venue will have them as a different name, and then they'll
Yeah,
sell tickets to just random people, and then the night before the band will like send it to their like newsletter and be like, hey, this is actually us, and then
yeah,
they'll have like a, a fan show.
yeah. We had shows like that. I mean, the first time we had 9 Inch Nails come in, we knew we had the show, you know, 48 hours before, but we couldn't say anything until the day of. The day of the show was the only time we could say it. We couldn't do anything, up till midnight of the day of the show. And then once midnight came around, then we did it. Then we were able to put tickets on sale and say that they were coming. But nobody knew. A lot of people were in bed or everything, and they didn't find out till the next morning. And next thing you know, bam, it's like 9 Inch Nails is coming to play the Edge, and then by that time that it was a dogfight, to get tickets. Uh, let's see. Hey Patrick, can I ask you something? Do you want to do a watch from morning of Saved by the Bell? What do you think? Uh, well, wow, you know what? I don't have anything from Saved by the Bell. I've actually never watched the show. Uh, I think that's more of an eight. Is didn't it
It
didn't say
was
by
it was
didn't say by
syndicated for a long time on TBS afterwards.
was it did it come out in the 70s or in the 80s or the 90s?
I'm not sure, but I definitely saw it after its original run.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like something that Jennifer or Hobbs would know about. I don't. I've never asked either one of those two if they've ever watched Saved by the Bell.
Why not?
I don't know. It never occurred to me. I'm sure they
Oh,
have though.
says
Yeah,
it premiered in '89, so
yeah, I
mainly
knew that. It was
'90s.
the 80s. Okay. Me myself, I can't speak to that, but our good friend Hobbs Hoare or Jennifer Tochi, I know that they're from the Midnight Hour. I know that they're big 80s fans. They might be into something like that. We could let's drop you want to go grab Hobbs's page and I'll grab Jennifer's.
I sure will. You can
Mhm.
check out Hobbs every Thursday at 10 p.m. for the midnight hour.
The Midnight Hour. Yep, yep.
I'm usually there. Jennifer and Bones and Katie are usually there. I think Sean's usually there now, right?
Yeah, Sean's there.
Michael.
Uh, yeah, he and Wes went up earlier today.
Who? Hobbs?
Uh, Dead Michael
Oh
and Wes.
yeah, on the morning stream.
Let's see. Let me grab Jennifer's page here, channel, because I know she's. I know she like. I'm sure she likes Saved by the Bell. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. All right. It went from 89 to 93. Yep. All right. So we're dropping a couple of links down for you, Disco. Our friends Hobbs Hobbs Horror and Jennifer Tochi. There are resident 80s people. I don't know if you know them or not, but Interweb Kaiju dropped Hobbs' channel and I dropped Jennifer's. I know that Dustin Diamond passed away. What was that? Already 2 years? That was. I think has he been gone 2 years already? Man, I think so. Yeah, Dustin. Dude, that guy was so sick. That's amazing. He was still able to walk around. I know. I see that. I don't know why we're frozen on the screen.
Yeah, you are frozen on
Yeah.
StreamYard and YouTube.
Yeah. No, I'm not frozen on. I'm not frozen on. Behind here.
You're frozen on my StreamYard.
Oh yeah. Oh really? The behind the
Yeah.
scene? Oh wow. Because I'm still. Oh, okay. Damn. Okay. I don't know why that just does that now. Okay. That's weird. Yeah, I didn't get into it at all. I think I know that. God, who's? I'm trying to remember who's in that. I'll remember. I'll remember the people that are in it. Wasn't that Amber Thiessen was in that one, or was that different? Or was that Beverly Hills 9210? Oh, that's good. You know what? Okay, you can see my mug. Oh, Tiffany was there. Okay, okay. So I do remember Tiffany. I know Elizabeth Berkley was in the show. I know she ended up doing Showgirls. Of course, Mario Lopez went on to have a great career. Yeah, he's been everywhere. Let's see, Mark Paul Schrader, Mark Paul Schrader. Oh, no, that's God, Ricky Schroeder. Mark Paul Gossler. He did NYPD Blue. Yeah, Screech is gone. I know that. I remember. Yeah, boy, that guy turned to be really unlikable. That guy was just he just never was happy in his life. Screech. Maybe that was it. Maybe everybody called him Screech. I guess if they already called up there and hey Screech, I guess I would be unfriendly too. Hmm. Let's see. All right, let me see if I can go back to my channel. I don't know what's going on with my channel. Acting a little goofy here.
What do you mean your channel?
I was just trying to. There it is. There. Nope. Still frozen. Yep. God, 80s show. You know, I was talking to where we were at Katie's live stream earlier. They were doing their covering Crimson Peak, and then we just it just the fur went everywhere, right? And I was talking to Valerie, and we're talking about some of the shows that we were watching. Echo was mentioning some of the shows he was watching when he was a kid and whatnot. And I was telling her and she brought up all the Sid and Marty Croft all the shows. HR Puffin stuff, The Land of the Lost, um, those old shows, right? Classic shows from the 70s. Um, Tiffany Amber. I know that she was in a movie, a series that only lasted one episode or one season. I think maybe it even lasted a season. I think it was called Fastlane. I was trying to get a copy of that from the archives to review. Yeah, Tiffany Amber. I think her name was Tiffany Amber Thiessen. Yeah, yeah, we're talking about that earlier, Brene, and we're talking about how all the shows on there. And I was telling her about all the '70s stuff that I used to watch when I was younger. I used to watch the live action version of Shazam and ISIS, the Mighty ISIS. That was some. They still got some of those on YouTube. They still got now. Shazam got a proper release. They got a proper release, but I don't believe that Mighty ISIS ever did. It's still on the tube, and all the episodes that Joanna Cameron, who played Isis, she appeared, I think, in 3 crossover episodes with Shazam. Those got included on the Shazam series release, but not the whole series. Hmm. Yes, with Deidre Hall, Let Your Woman and Dinah Girl. Deidre Hall, I believe, right after that series ended, I think that's when she got the role of Marlena on Days of Our Lives and became famous for that. Um, I know NBC tried to make her to a star. They put her in a couple of series, a couple of kid friendly series, family dramas, and of course, though she also did her stint in horror too. She famously portrayed Marlena as being possessed by the devil on a soap opera, which got a ton of press when it first happened. The first time they did that storyline, woo, Bionic Six. That must have been an offshoot of Steve Austin and Jamie Summers. I remember seeing that in a comic book, but I don't ever remember seeing that on a cartoon. There's isn't it like 16s that had they each had a bionic part. They had to work together. You still with me, Casey?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is. StreamYard is really glitchy tonight. Well, probably just overused. I'm gonna shut down some browsers here. Maybe that'll help out. Let's see. There we go. Oh, says I hit 750. Thank you. All right. Now I hope I hold on to them, but I'm at 750.
Congrats. Did you see Echoes at 100?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard Echo hit 100, but I thought he lost three or two or three. So then I thought he had to wait and do the you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's go see if he is at less than 100 because we got some faces in
Uh,
here that I think that we could probably get him some heads.
it says he's at 100 right now.
Oh, okay. Let's go drop his link down. Drop your link down too. I can go get you, Casey.
Yeah, I got his link right here.
Okay, I'll go drop yours. So what did you think of that guy, Kentucky Kruger?
I haven't seen it yet. I just clicked on it and hit a like. I got like a week long watch later. I tried to get a few in today, but
Oh my gosh, I was trying to get a few in today too.
Yeah, I've been busy all week.
That's that. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up. So, and I was listening to a lady, Gloria Splatters. I was watching her playlist, playing her playlist. I woke up. I had already gone through 55 of her videos. I was like, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I love cooks. Uh, oh, let's see. We're gonna drop off your link now, Echo, so we can even get you over that hump once and for all. Here's Casey. So if you haven't, if you yeah, thanks, Fluff. I try. I really do. I know I haven't done this in a long time. I used to do this a lot. In fact, who was my co-pilot most of that time? Jennifer Tochi. Uh, Man, me and Jennifer had some fun streams. Uh, uh, uh. So there's Echo and there's Casey. For some folks who are new to us. Yeah, I try to be a good supporter. Of course, I was trying to think of I was trying to get over your question of whether it's a banana bad luck or not. I have never heard that. I can only tell you this. I'm not a superstitious person at all. I'm not. Um, except when it comes down to two things. Uh, I never walk on a chalk line in a baseball field. I never walk on a chalk line, and I never put equipment away early.
What about a banana? What are you
Uh,
talking about?
Fluff and Stuff said according to down in Australia, it's bad luck to bring bananas on a boat. Now I never heard that because that's got to be something brand new because back in the old days, fruit was very precious on ships, like sailing ships. Fruit was incredibly important because it fought off scurvy. So getting bananas and whatnot, that was important to the boat crew. And so obviously, they would try to hold on to them as long as they could.
I think that's
Uh,
mainly like citrus, though.
uh, it says it goes back to the 1700s. No banana on a boat. Um, yeah, that's got to be that. Maybe that's an Australian thing. But I know that when boats used to go to islands back in the 1700s. Okay, so that was I wonder who that was. The French or Britain or Portugal? That's crazy because scurvy was horrible on ships. They didn't have enough fresh food, and so a lot of their crews would die or suffer terrible illnesses because they didn't have enough. They didn't have fresh fruits and vegetables in. They had salt, but that was horrible. They packed extra oranges for scurvy. That's just absolutely crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I've never heard that in my life. Um, but when I used to coach baseball. I used to coach baseball, and at the American Legion level. And I remember we went to a tournament, and we were winning. We were winning like 9-3, and um, we were winning 9-3. We were in control. We only had to get three more outs to get. We only had three more outs to get, and I started putting away all the gear. Started putting away all the catcher's gear, all the bats, and everything else. And one of our assistant coaches was an older guy named Ron, and he was the nicest guy. I mean, he really was. He was the nicest guy, and great coach, patient. And I'm sitting there, and I'm putting away all the stuff and everything else. And at first, it was and in fact, they were so sure that we were going to win that the organizers they wheeled the trophies. trophies. They wheeled them behind our dugout. I mean, it was just 3 outs to go, and 9-3, 9 to something like that. And next thing you know, they got a couple of base hits, and then we got an error. Then we had a walk. Before you know, it was like 9-5, and 9-5. And then next thing you know, nicest guy Ray, he comes over, he grabs the bags out of my hands, he empties them out. He empties all the equipment out and says, "You never, ever, ever put equipment away before the game's over. That's bad luck." And we lost. We lost 11-10 in extra innings. And after that, I became a believer. Let's see.
It is 3 o'clock. I'm gonna jump off here, Pat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it too. John, I hope you get stable again real soon, and you will come back strong with videos and live shows, and we'll be here waiting for you. That we will. All right, it's 3 o'clock. We're gonna go ahead and pull the chute. I want to thank you guys all for coming out and hanging out with us on our stream. I appreciate it so much. I had a blast. Thanks to Mr. Bones and Casey from the Midnight Hour for holding it down with us. You can check out the Midnight Hour every Thursday night at 10 p.m. It rotates between channels. I do believe the next show will be on Popping the Popcorn's channel, Katie's channel. I do believe so. If not, Hobbs will let me know and I'll fix that. But again, thanks so much for everybody. Kenneth, I see you're out there. Thank you so much. Michelle, Kelly, Brene, Echo, John, Tatum, Katie, Craig, Ben. Let's see, who else did I don't want to miss anybody here. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Please don't. If I miss you, I didn't mean to. Disco Lover, thank you for coming out for the first time. Spirit Girl 19, awesome to meet you. Hope you come back. All right, everybody, that's it. Be well, be safe, and we'll be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Al Lucard's channel. Al Lucard will be back for the Midnight Society at 8 o'clock. We will be talking about werewolves. The IFC show has been pushed back till the end of August, and it will be held on David's Horus channel, but I'll release that information more as it goes along. This will be my last stream. I will not be doing a stream until September, other than the Midnight Hour. I am taking August off. I won't be on doing this, and but I will still be around supporting channels through comments and watches, but I just won't be in participating. All right, kids. Well, that's it for us. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.